And we're in 5, 4.
We're there.
I'll intro the show.
We're there, baby.
I got it. Give me my cue.
He's talking silently. Start talking.
All right.
Dumbass. Go on.
Well, hello, striking writers who are sitting at home with nothing to do watching public access. You have stumbled onto Comic Book Geeks. A lot of you out there are siphoning the jobs of comic book writers, and you have been before the strike, and I'm sure you will even more so after the strike. But let me tell you one thing. You will never take my job, nor will you take this man's jobs, because we are crazy about comics.
Comic book geek. I never set limits on what man can achieve, so they call me a comic book geek. I love and beauty and what philosophers say, but I'm a comic book geek. Don't call me a loser, 'cause I'm a comic book geek. 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 I want to live in a world of adventure. I want to have the seas of immortality. I want to move across the limits of imagine, past the limits of believe that we can be beyond the limits of human. That's why they call me a geek. Oh, well, a comic book geek. I love a comic book geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek, geek, 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 geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek. Whew.
Now, do we just keep talking?
I'm electric, baby.
Chris, you want us to just keep going?
Yeah.
Yes, same as last time.
Is that what we did last time? Okay.
All right, look.
Introduce the homies.
Let me say something. Welcome back to the show, guys. You saw that great animated intro, but let me tell you something about the craft of writing, okay? There are people that write for money. There are people that write for sport. And then you have people that write for passion. And we're here with one of those such people, Joshua Williamson, and his bearded artist, Marcus L. Harris. L stands for love. Harris stands for don't harass me because I do what I love. They created a great comic book called Necessary Evil, which I've read the first issue, and it's a fantastic book. Imagine heroes without the striking writers, and you've got Necessary Evil. Meaning it's going to continue on, and it is not held down with the restraints of money or greedy producers. No, sir. These guys went into this endeavor knowing that they will live only on their passion, and we're here to talk to them today. How's it going?
Good, man. Thanks for having us on the show, Wonder Boy.
Yeah, thanks.
We're very happy to be here and get a chance to talk about our book, Necessary Evil. So
Necessary Evil.
Well, Josh, you've come a long way since you were working for Rob Van Dam as the cashier.
Yeah,
at his comic,
where'd you hear
his
about
comic
that,
book
dude?
store on Pacific Coast Highway. I went to the store.
Oh,
You never went to the store?
It was Rob Van Dam's comic store. I'm not a big fan of wrestling.
And he's really a famous wrestler, and I guess
Yeah,
I
Rob is
I
pretty
haven't
famous.
seen a lot of wrestling, but I really like it. I just never seen him.
Well, I stopped working for Rob about 2 years ago, and in that time we started working on the book and everything. But his store closed, I think, about a year and a half ago.
Right. Yeah, it's been closed a little
How
while.
was it working for Rob Van Dam?
It was awesome because at that time I really was a big fan of wrestling. So working for Rob was actually really cool, and I got to get into a lot of like free events.
I heard he
and,
arm
meet a
wrestled
lot
you
of
for your
people.
salary every week.
I don't want to talk about that. That's something I don't really remember. It wasn't arm wrestling, it was something else. So,
As a fellow comic retailer, I want to say to Rob Van Dam and Kevin Smith, who had a comic shop in Westwood. It's one thing to play a comic book retailer in a movie or act like a comic book retailer in a forum or whatever, but
It's serious business, right?
it is serious business.
'Cause
It is, dude. High five to my man Geoffrey Patterson.
Jeffrey's Comics.
Jeffrey's Comics has been in business 31 years, 30 years.
29 plus.
29 years. 27 more years than Rob Van Dam's and 24 more years than Kevin Smith.
That's a pretty big accomplishment. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Well, now, okay, what do you do for money?
Segue.
I have to ask that. Mike doesn't like me asking money questions.
Ask
but
away, man. That's
I
what we're
know
here for.
none of us have made any money on our comic books.
What are you talking about, man? I'm filthy fucking rich, dude.
Okay. We've got Unnecessary Evil. We've got 3 issues.
Wait,
and it's
you're
a very
rich?
nice
Oh,
comic.
wait. Oh.
Oh, your artist is right to your right there, sir.
Because I think you gave me like $100 or something for the first issue, and I haven't seen a dime since
I
then.
don't know what you're talking about.
I did get some free comics though. That was
You
cool.
probably made more than most people make on these things.
No, I mean, you know that when you're making independent comics, you're really going into it. You know the chances of making money are small. Anybody tells you any different is crazy or really inexperienced in doing it.
I lost thousands on Captain Greedy, the amazing adventures of Captain Greedy. I have to mention that.
Well, we went in knowing there was really no chance of making any money or anything like that. But like Mike was saying earlier, it was all about the passion for us and just getting books out there. And really, if you want to do anything in comics, you have to make comics, and you got to do it on your own. And that's what we did. We just we met through mutual friends and just started working on a book together.
Well, Mike's got a friend. What's his name? I know that friend of yours that does El Muerte.
Oh, Javier Hernandez, yes.
And that's only one book that he did, and they made a movie out of it, and it starred
Wilmer Valderrama.
I couldn't say that. Yeah, so I mean,
That's a lot
it's
to ask
pretty
him
amazing
right
what
now.
can happen from
Yeah,
doing
for
a
sure.
comic book.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you have a great
Yeah.
knock on wood. This is not wood, sir. No, it is amazing what can happen. And, I mean, you've been doing it since
The first,
2002?
well, actually, the first mini comic I ever made that we self-published, I made in 2000, and it was called Rough Cuts, and it was just me and a buddy made and printed it at Kinko's, and then went to San Diego Comic-Con and just handed it out, and it was an interesting experience, just making
Did you
that
get a
first
booth
book.
or
No, it was just me and my friend Jamelin. We just walked
Yeah.
around and just handed it out to
Jamelin
people.
Parks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just walked around and gave it to other creators that we kind of liked. And at the time, we kind of weren't really giving it to editors or anything like that. We were just out to kind of share our work, just this comic we had worked on. And then after that, I've done pretty much a comic every year until this year. We're doing Necessary Evil and having it come out monthly in stores.
Have all 3 of them been solicited through Diamond?
Yeah, all
Yeah,
Red
all 3 in
Diamond,
shops.
and all 3. Issue 3 just came out last week, a couple days after Christmas. And issue 4 comes out at the end of this month in
It's on
January.
Mike Pry. What was the print run on number 1?
It was 2,000. If you really wanna know the
Jeez,
whole number
mine
of
was
it.
only 369. That's great.
Okay, your print run was
Mine wasn't-
1,000, but
mine
only
wasn't in color,
369 bought it.
Yeah, we got
Number
close
2?
to. It was 1,300.
That's good.
So, and then it was 11.
That's really that
And
is that
there's
is good.
one more issue, right?
In
Issue 4,
independent
yeah. And
comics.
actually, this is actually I don't know if I told you this before, but we actually went up 4 copies on 4.
Cool.
Which I know that's not like a big deal, but
It is.
No, it-
in
no,
comics,
it is.
I mean,
That's-
seriously,
that's
for your
very
comic
cool.
to have gone up a bit, that totally means something.
Yeah.
And that means somebody liked it, And with comics, when you order it, most times retailers are ordering long before they even know what your comic's about or know anything about it. So usually they're ordering number 3 before 1 is even in their store. So there really is like a huge leap of faith. I mean, you guys know it's a huge leap
Right,
of faith
yeah.
on a comic.
Mike O'Hare did one, and he's done Spider-Man art and things like that. He's really a good artist.
met him today.
And
He
he
came
did an
okay.
independent book, and
Flak Riot.
the first issue
yeah, I heard that one.
was
He had
really
like
nice.
A beanie on today, red
The second issue didn't have enough comics sold,
right on.
and Diamond just dropped him. They wouldn't even let him do
Yeah.
the second issue.
Oh, well, that's
So-
Diamond's new thing. Yeah, I mean, I think it's under 555.
Wow.
They will automatically cancel it. They won't order. I might be totally wrong, so don't quote me on that, but I think it's 555.
yeah.
So until the
Now-
numbers drop, we're gonna keep going.
I just want to make a point here. Desperado also does Negative Burn, which is an anthology, which is an ongoing. But to my knowledge, this is the first ongoing series from that company.
It is, yeah. Everything
Yeah.
else they've done has been just miniseries. They did 13 Steps, Atomic Mike, Black Mist.
Yeah.
They've done a couple different books, and yeah, we're lucky enough to be really their only ongoing right now.
Cool.
So
How did you wind up working with them?
With Desperado?
Yeah.
Stefan had been familiar with my work from past projects and stuff, and
Stefan is who?
he's the creative director for Desperado, Stefan Nelson. He just liked my work, and we had
Right.
conversations about showing him stuff, and I showed him different things. And a couple conventions ago, I just gave him a bunch of books and just showed him a bunch of stuff, and they saw Unnecessary Evil, and they decided to go with it. And that was actually before they left Image too. That was when Desperado was still with Image.
Yeah, because at first it was going to be an Image book, right?
Yeah, yeah, and then back a year ago now, they left Image, so we went with them to be in Desperado. But at the same time, it was cool working with Joe Pruitt, and it's cool because they still publish stuff by like Keith Giffen and
Yeah,
things
no,
like that.
they have a really storied
Absolutely,
history
yeah.
and
The Art of
everything.
Brian
Yeah.
Bolland, they've got some some incredible
seriously,
names.
yeah.
James Owen, yeah, they've got some great creatives that they work with.
Craig Russell, they have art book
so we're
coming out
definitely
from
in good
him,
company.
And Joe Jusko.
Joe Jusko, yeah.
Yeah, like they've done a lot of really
totally.
good stuff. So there's been some transition period from going from that to what we're in right now. But I think 2008 is definitely going to be an awesome year with them. So yeah, and
Cool,
we're
man.
hoping to last through 2008. So yeah.
So how did you guys get together?
My friend Jacob and I had worked.
No, actually,
J-Date.
I ran into your booth at Comic-Con like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was showing around just samples, and then it
Yeah.
just turned out coincidentally that we both had a friend in common, and we didn't even realize it at first.
Yeah.
And you liked my
Jacob,
work.
Glazer?
Jacob Glazer,
Jake
yeah,
Glazer,
the
yeah.
artist on Gentleman Zombie.
Right, and yeah, he said he liked my work, and he'd contact me. He said he had a script that I thought I'd be good for. I read the first page of the script, and I said, "Oh my God, I think I'm gonna have to do this."
Which
Yeah, it
is
was
the
awesome.
scene of the mom like serving pie, saying, "My mother was the greatest supervillain the world has ever known." Is that the
Yeah.
page?
That's
Yeah.
the hook page
Which
right
I
there.
thought was like one of the greatest.
Yeah, I
hooks
showed
I've
it
seen
to
in the
you
last
about
few years.
2 or 3 years ago.
Well, no, it
whatever,
was like
yeah.
part of some sort of anthology. I think that I.
No, I brought one convention I went to. I had a bunch of I had a folder full of stuff I was working on, and I gave that over to you. And yeah, you opened it up, and like I think most people when they open up that first page, it makes them smile and it wins them over.
Yeah.
And I remember you looked at it and you were like, "This is definitely something good." And
Yeah.
that was when we had just started. We were only about 5 pages deep.
Oh,
so I
really?
mean, at that moment, it felt good.
And Marcus had drawn this page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, and the art is like some of the best art I've seen. Like like in comics and also from Big Boss. It's like this is like really good stuff.
Yeah,
Thanks, that's
I've
very
been
flattering.
saying, when I first met Marcus, he had some sample pages, and I thought they were really good. And I just was, I think it was a couple days after the convention, and I was just like, I'm gonna call this guy. I want this guy to do Necessary Evil. So I called him up and I said, here's the deal. And there was a very small money conversation.
Very small, as the money was very small.
Yeah, and
Has he paid you yet?
Yeah, there was a little bit of money
Yeah.
and some free comic swag from his previous employer.
yeah, it definitely worked out, and it's been really cool working with Marcus because I think Marcus really compliments my writing. There are times that I'll go to him.
I just tell Josh, this is so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep writing.
I come to him with stuff, and he just comes back with amazing things. I had to rewrite issue 3 because of how good I thought issue 1 and 2 was looking. I literally had finished issue 3 like long before he started it, and then I gave him issue 3, which is 28 pages long, and then I had just looked at what he was drawing, and I realized like it was the first time I had worked with someone where I gave him the script, and then he drew exactly what I wanted, like what I saw and how I thought it should look. And I really felt like by challenging him, it was challenging myself.
And it's
So
nice
definitely
to get
challenged
artists
me.
who will kind of
Listen
follow
to
your
you.
vision.
Yeah.
They really are pretty flaky group artists. And
I'm not gonna talk about
and
that.
We so are.
that please themselves,
Well, one thing was cool,
especially
Marcus.
when they're not getting paid much.
One thing I always think this is a funny story with you and I, but it's really funny. Whenever I give you a script, I usually don't see the art till much later. And I finished the scripts a long time ago, so I give him the scripts and everything, and he'll do the art. And then what ends up happening is he'll come back with something like, "Oh wow, Marcus, that was a genius idea. That was so good."
That was in the
He does
script, Josh.
compliment
But what happens is that he'll say, "That's awesome. That was a really good." I'll tell him like, "Wow, man, Marcus, this is a really good idea. I never thought of that." And he's like, "That's in the script. Like that's in there." He told me like in issue 1 here, one of the
Sure, he forgot that was in the script.
there's a superhero in the story called Dr. Daylight, and Dr. Daylight's like the one superhero the kids kind of end up interacting with, because they're all bad guys. That's the whole thing with the book. In case
And
we
by
haven't said. It's
interacting,
cool for
we
supervillains.
mean fighting.
Yeah, they end up fighting this kid. And one thing that I totally never realized that I did have in the script, on the second page of the first issue, you guys can see right here, he's actually playing with a Dr. Daylight toy.
Right.
And I did not realize I put that in the script. I thought he made that up. And later on, he was telling him, like, yo, that was awesome because that totally works.
You shouldn't have
Because,
told him.
you know, an issue.
You should have said that was all you do.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
such a genius. I followed the script.
You know,
That doesn't happen often, dude. in
There's all
comics.
sorts of little stuff like that, but it's been definitely a fun ride writing.
I've had that same. I mean, you know, with my letter action, I was like, wow, you made that line up. Yeah, same thing.
Well, what kind
Oh,
of
yeah, but
what
you
kind of
really
deal?
right.
We are enamored with our own genius.
What kind of
Yeah.
deal do you have with Desperado? You get a percentage of sales or something?
They take their cut, and we get everything after that.
One thing
Definitely
I'd
out
like
there.
to say about this, it's a nice comic, and it's put out by people who really have a passion. They don't expect to make money on it. They just want to do a story, you know, and they're excited about it. And that's really the beginning of comic books. I mean, it's impressive to me.
If somebody would like to pay us money to continue to do it, we're not opposed to that.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back after this speakatorial, folks.
Are we going too long?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay.
My name's Geoffrey Patterson. I've collected comics for 50 years. Had a store for 25 years. I got married on TV. We've got our own comic book. I dress up as a superhero constantly. I really try to show my love for comics, and we've got some stuff we want to show you. The shows, you know, we've got the TV show, and we've got the comic book, and we want to show you some of the stuff we do that shows our love of comic books.
While it might not be Buckingham Palace, Geoffrey Patterson has created his own comic book castle. In the bedroom, the kitchen, indoors, and outdoors, Patterson proudly displays his favorite characters.
I think that's one of the things I like. Everybody likes it.
Patterson views comics as an art form. So just like everyone else who hangs a favorite print or painting, Geoffrey shows off the work of comic book artists Reed Crandall and Frank Frazetta. Patterson's passion for this art form became his business when he opened Geoffrey's Comics. The store gave him the opportunity to meet fellow fans and his future wife, Monica.
These are images that they say things about heroism and fun and the bright colors they have and innocence and a lot of things that people are happy about and happy to see, a house that's a little bit different from every house on the block.
That's why they call me a geek. Oh, well, a comic book geek.
Okay, we're back.
I'm a comic book geek.
Necessarily, because we were back with Necessary Evil. I feel like we're not back yet.
No, we're back. Yeah, we're on. Right?
back.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah, we're talking.
We're right here.
We're so back. We're so
So-
back in your backside. We are back.
So is there any other questions you wanted to ask us, Geoffrey? Any money questions?
Let me see. Yeah. Okay. How much
How much did they
Anything
make?
have you-
about?
have you made any money?
Not yet. No.
Okay. That's
What do you
the
do
way
to,
that
like,
goes.
pay the
huh?
rent?
That's the way it goes.
Pay the rent. I'm a production artist for an architecture company.
Cool.
So I do a lot of production for them and just yeah, a lot of like busy work, pretty much.
That sounds like
What about
a
you,
a
Mark?
fancy job.
I bounce back and forth between doing a little bit of storyboarding and trying to educate the young people as a substitute teacher.
Storyboarding for what?
Primarily infomercials and commercials, things like that.
Okay, I want to
You
get
know.
some for Jeffrey's Jeffrey's Comics right across the street from El Camino College because we want to handle.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
wanna
I hope
handle
everybody
that
gets a
book.
chance to read it.
We
you know,
do
and
want to
make sure
handle that
everybody
book.
can get it for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
They might have it there one day.
But I think it's definitely
And sign
pretty
them.
cool.
You sign them. You guys sign them on.
Yeah, oh yeah,
like
I always
magic-
sign more than
magic
willing to
marker
sign
or something,
stuff.
Sharpies, yeah.
For sure. But we think it's just a good. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think it's a pretty good story. It's pretty original. There's mostly been stuff about superhero schools, not really a supervillain school. So yeah, we're pretty happy with it, and
there's lots of surprises.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And it
I
really,
think issue 4 has a bunch.
Oh yeah,
Issue 4 has a lot of stuff.
Sex scenes in issue 2. I noticed. Yeah.
But issue 4 and 5,
I think we've had surprises pretty much every issue.
Yeah. I think when people get to 4, they're gonna be mad.
I definitely wouldn't be doing this comic book for free if the story was not good.
I think people. I've talked to a lot of people, and we've got a lot of good reviews online. And I've talked to a couple people that do reviews, and they all think they know where we're going with it.
They're all wrong.
Yeah, they totally think they know exactly what we're gonna do. We actually pitched it to somebody one time, and they were like, "I know the ending," and they told me the ending, and I was like, "You were completely wrong." And that has been a constant. So I think when people get to issue 4, let's just say people think it's all about Jacob being the good guy, that he's the good brother.
No, don't spoil anything now.
All right, I'll stop talking.
All right, look, here's the.
Fuck you!
Holy crap, he's in his underwear.
Fuck you! What's your name again, Marcus? Fuck you! You fucking fuck! Everybody, down on the fucking ground right now! Fuck you, you fucking little crazy boy! What is that? What is it?
That's not good enough.
Jeffrey!
Shit.
Everybody's blowing fucking ass bullets over here. You're like, oh, this is like a Geritol moment for you. What the fuck is going on? Give me those fucking green shorts right now. Stop, shut up. The green shorts.
No.
I need the power.
I know, but I'm a superhero. We don't give up shit like that.
I'm a super fucking villain. I want those shorts now.
Hey,
I will fucking shoot you dead on the... Do these motherfuckers know who I am? Run, pimp!
He wants this 15 minutes of fame here. Come on, sit down.
Grady, I want my own show and I want my own fucking I need the power.
Give him.
Look, I got dollar signs in
Give it up.
Give it up. Give him your
I will
panties.
straight blow your fucking face
He
up.
wants these, dude.
He wants your panties.
Okay,
He wants
ask
your
me
panties.
some fucking questions right now.
Does he want? All right. What do you want? Do you want the?
What? You want some of this?
Talk about yourself. You know, you've taken over the show. Tell us about
I have
yourself.
taken over the fucking show because I'm pimp.
You sure are.
I was born in, I got here. I'm in the pimp, and Mike, you're so super bad. Can we talk about how I met you?
Yes.
That's a great story.
How I met you, when I let you, then I met you. We met on the set of my pimper size video. Which hell, you know what? You want to get in shape? You want to be a pimp? You want to watch my show? Where's my money, bitch? Now you want to get that boot? You want to get that boot up? You want to get that boot deep in that ass? Deep in that ass? Deep in that ass? Yeah. Now you do this, you are gonna get what you look at this. Look at this. You are gonna get that. You're gonna get that physique, and I guarantee you're gonna drop 102, 103. Tell him, how many calories did you drop? Come up here. They can't see you. Get up here. Look at this ass. This was an ass that was forgotten about. Look at this ass. This was a forgotten about ass. Bam! Look at that ass!
Can I say something?
Go nuts,
You guys
yeah.
are too fucking drunk for me. I'm going to go watch the Lakers. Why don't you guys do the rest of the show? Because you're very talented. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I love you guys. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Just let me out of this place.
Lakers. Please. Give me those fucking green shorts right now. Why are you falling down? Don't fall down. Okay, go.
Free at last. Okay.
Yeah, just go. Just go. We want to talk about comics. We want to talk about the Wonder Boy. Get them goddamn shorts.
Come on. funny to be walking out.
Hilarious. Hey, Greedy. Baby, I got your money, don't you worry.
Okay, we're back,
Greedy.
and we're now doing an interview with our friend Luce, who we met on the set of Superhero.
The motion picture, mind you.
Which looks like it's going to be a really good movie. I was on 2 days, you were on about 4 days, right?
Yes.
And, I mean, they were showing the guy lifting things, and they must have spent a lot of money on that. They had cranes overhead lifting some big heavy object, and they had great fight scenes, and I'm very excited about seeing it. You know, it's comic books all the way. And this man then, Luce, his name is Luce, he said he has no other name, L-U-Z. That's it. Is that right? He came to the show, and he was in a hurry, he forgot his pants. But he's ready.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
What do they call you? What is your, and no, not supervillain, but what do they call you on, what did you do for Superhero?
Go ahead, Greedy. Ask me so.
I thought I just did. Go on, you handle it. Ask him a question.
Man, I love Greedy with them big old fucking man tits. Man, and don't cover him up, baby, with them.
You got me back here for this. So this is,
what do you want to talk about?
one out of here is so fucking bad.
Let's talk about the movie. Cool?
Let's talk about the movie for a minute. And then we're going to do some shit later.
Yeah, can we talk about the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you guys can get drunk later
I'm all
on.
nervously.
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
You're writing a book. You were writing a book.
Yes,
Tell us about that, about vampires and stuff.
I was writing a book called, it's about vampires. And there's vampires in it. And they're sucking
And they're in a car going across.
And they're in a car. And they're going across.
Country.
The country.
They're going across the country. And they're licking. And they're biting. So, which is kind of stupid and boring, and we don't want to talk about that. This movie was called Superheroes, and who was in it? Remember?
Oh, me? The Chief?
No, seriously, who was in it?
Jake.
He was in it. He was.
Yes? Okay. And we've got here Luce, spelled L-U-Z. You said that's the only name you have? I don't understand how a mother could name a child. You have to have a surname, right? I heard you say you don't have any other name. This is going to be a hard one. Just tell us.
I fucked your mother, and it would be hard for her to understand. So... it's like it's hard for you to understand. Shut the fuck up. Can we just go on with the show?
Yeah. Ask him a question.
Okay. How did you wind up doing? How did you wind up doing what it is that you do?
Okay. All right. Was that good?
Now,
come back next week, folks.
Yeah, come back. Come back.
Next week.
Come back for shits and giggles. More fearing. More fearing. Try it again. More fearing this time. More fearing.
There we go. More fearing. Look, here for our lives. You will tune in next week, folks.
You'll tune in.
You'll tune in. This is the last thing we can ever do.
Hey, watch it.
This is it.
What? Take it easy.
Oh. Oh, Adrian.
Thought you'd like that.
I like that. Oh. That's nice.